Thank you very much for being with us, Minister Valtonen. So Russia warned Finland not to close the land borders completely, and it continues to say that it may take countermeasures against Finland for doing this. Are you confident that this will solve the problem, and are you worried at all about what the Kremlin may come up with next?
Well, Russia is engaged in a hybrid operation against Finland, and we had to take concrete, robust measures in order to counter this offensive. And yes, we decided to close our entire eastern border, and we hope this is a strong enough signal, first of all, to Russia that we can't accept this kind of operation taking place. And the second thing is, of course, that we want to warn third country citizens not to engage in Russia's very ruthless game, because those people essentially will also endanger their lives, because the winter has arrived. We have up to minus 25 degrees Celsius cold up there or along our border. So yes, we had to act decisively.
Well, few countries are as experienced in hybrid tactics from Russia as you are, but again, are you worried about what they may come up with next if now they're not going to succeed in pushing migrants over your border?
We are not worried. We are prepared. Together with our partners and allies, we will take all measures which are needed. But again, we want to tell Russia that this is not acceptable, and we hope that they go back to normal, where they respect the normal border procedures and do not let people to cross the border without valid documentation.
But just because you don't let them through doesn't mean Russia won't continue shuttling them and massing them along the border. So are you worried that this still could create a humanitarian situation that puts pressure on your government? And how can you ensure that anybody there who may have a legitimate asylum claim can lodge it as is required by law?
If there's a humanitarian issue, those people are traveling under a Russian visa. So if somebody's responsible, it's Russia. And the second thing is that we are, of course, adhering to our international obligations, and there's also a possibility to apply for asylum in Finland. And thirdly, these measures are, of course, only temporary, and we hope we can go back to normal in this. And I have to say as well that it's very clear here in NATO and among our European Union friends that this is a hybrid operation, and this has nothing to do with normal migration or asylum seeking.
How can people lodge asylum applications now? It's very difficult to get to the airport. Should they have a legitimate claim?
Well, we do have this process open at the Helsinki airport, and this measure of closing the entire border will only take 2 weeks for now.
So looking ahead to the rest of this week and Russia, Sergei Lavrov is now going to be at the OSCE meeting, and your Baltic neighbors are asking countries to reconsider whether they want to sit there with him. I know you've said you'll have strong words for Minister Lavrov, but doesn't this seem like you're back to business as usual if he's sitting at the same table with you?
We're absolutely not back to business as usual, but then again, it has to be noted that the OSCE, when it was formed almost 50 years ago, the entire idea was not to have a club of like-minded nations around the same table, but to have a dialogue between countries who do not perhaps share the same values. And unfortunately, we're in the same place today as well. We will have definitely strong words, and I know that our friends, our NATO friends and EU friends will have the same towards Lavrov. We are condemning their actions, their illegal actions in Ukraine. But we also respect the organization of OSCE, and we can't have Russia hijack the entire organization for their own purpose.
So it's a stronger message to go sit there and look him in the eyes and say what exactly?
We do this for the OSCE, also our partners in the Eastern Caucasus and countries who struggle also with Russian disinformation and malign activities in the region. So the OSCE is important on so many levels to all countries. And again, we can't have Russia taking the entire organization as hostage.
Thank you very much, Finnish Foreign Minister Elina Valtonen.
Thank you.